Welcome back to Everything Defensive Carry. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. In my conversations with people in different places, gun stores and so on and so forth, you'll hear people say some things that sound good when you first hear them. But then when you think about them, they don't make sense, or there's a lot of holes in it. So I want to cover a couple of my favorite ones. It's just ignorant things people say, okay? Sometimes people will say, when somebody will ask somebody, what brand of ammunition should I carry in my new XYZ gun? Invariably, somebody will chime in and say, well, this X brand has always worked for me. It's always worked well for me. And so when we're talking about defensive ammo, you know, one of the things that the first time I started hearing this was, well, how do they know? Are they saying that they've shot enough people with it, that it expands reliably, it goes to that magic depth set by the FBI in their testing? But I think what they're really saying is it feeds well and shoots accurately in the guns that I use. So anyway, it's just one of those things when people say that, I'm like, okay. This is another good one. People say 9mm is improved and it's just as good as 40 and 45. And I've always thought, so they've improved the 9mm. All these companies that are out there that have tried to take this basically mediocre round and they've tried to improve it to the level of performance with respect to penetration and expansion as a 40 and a 45. Okay, well that's good. But does that mean that they didn't apply that same technology to the 40 and the 45? And so if they did, does that mean the 40 and the 45 are even better? I don't know. You know, it's just kind of funny to me because just things that pop into my head. As a defender of myself and my home, my family, I've always thought that, you know, we have to utilize some of this gray matter up here. And I've always said this, that self-defense is a thinking man's game. Okay, I've always said that and I will always say that. Because we have to put some thought. We have to do scenarios and work through those scenarios. We have to choose things that work for us in our environment, our lives. So, you know, I think that we need to think these things through. So when I hear something said like that, you know, yeah, maybe it's a curse, but that's just the way my mind thinks. Okay, moving on. You'll always hear somebody say, well, I always carry a 40-ounce full-size service-style weapon and another gun and 2 reloads for each one of them. Well, all right. You might do that. I have no doubt that there are many people who do that. But I have to wonder, you know, what your lifestyle is. Are you retired? Do you get up? Does your day start out, you get up, you put on all your crap, you go to the kitchen table, you eat your oatmeal, you go from there to the living room in your easy chair, sit there and watch Good Morning America, Days of Our Lives. You might go to the bathroom, you might walk the dog around the house, you might take a walk on the beach for a few hundred yards or whatever. So I don't think most people carry all that stuff that have an actual active lifestyle, like a welder or a carpenter or people who work in an office environment where there's a dress code or where they can't wear a big oversized shirt. So anyway, those types of things make me think, you know. Because one of the hottest selling items right now in the firearms, on the defensive carry style weapons, or your LC9, you know, your smaller, lighter guns. So anyway, that's just one of those things that made me think. Now here's one of my favorites. You know, I'm a big advocate of pocket carry. I've demonstrated the effectiveness of it. And there'll always, invariably, there'll always be somebody say, yeah, but if you don't have your hand in your pocket, it's not as fast. Well, thank you, Mr. Obvious. Okay? One thing that we have to remember, one of the very basic premises of self-defense is situational awareness. Okay? Situational awareness is one of those things that we've got to do first. We got to prioritize. Colonel Cooper taught us situational awareness with his color code, okay, to be aware. That's later been emphasized with the OODA loop, okay, observe, orientate, decide, and act. So the very basics of the idea, the concept of self-defense, and it is a concept, is that we have to pay attention to our surroundings, okay? Pocket carry is the only method of carry that allows the individual to take a proactive measure when their situational awareness dictates that there's something that they need to be watchful of, okay? You cannot do that with a belt-carried gun. So, sure, pocket carry is slower to get to than a belt-carried gun if your hand's not in your pocket. But it's like anything else, it has the pros and it has cons. You know, my idea of self-defense dictates to me that the ability to rely on my situational awareness and take a proactive measure by taking a fighting grip on a gun and being able to put a headshot, take a headshot and make that headshot in 0.78 seconds, or put 2 shots on paper on a target from 3 yards, 2 shots in 0.87 seconds. I haven't seen anybody do that with a belt gun, okay? Even when they know it's, you know, it is on a timer and they're waiting for a beep. So, sure, if you get caught, if you're not paying attention, getting your gun out of your pocket is slower. But then again, if you're not paying attention to what's going on and you're attacked, you're going to have a lot harder time getting that gun off of your belt too. So it's really not a good argument. And it's, when people say that, they really haven't thought things through, in my opinion. So anyway, I just wanted to go over some of these things with you. I've got another list. But if you have a list of things that you've heard people say, you've heard people say something that is that sounds good when they first say it, but when you get to thinking about it, it's kind of, you know, nonsense. Please share that with me. Maybe we can do a video on it and break it down. So anyway, I just thought this would be fun, a little bit different. And you guys take care, and we will see you on the next one.